right now, let's get to Isabel Schoeneman and Taylor Viles live at J Peak. Guys, what a shot. You look great.
So amazing.
Well, Lauren and Haley, we are coming to you live from Paradise, the top of J Peak, where it is a picture-perfect blue sky, no cloud day. Isabel and I could not be happier.
Yeah, well, at least there's no clouds right now. We don't know about later, but it is just beautiful. There's no way to describe these views. With that, we'll take a look over here so you can actually see what's going on. It is just beautiful. Up here, we're expecting about 400 at least people at the top of J Peak. There were 350 tickets sold, plus there's actually going to be a special event bringing some more people up here.
Yeah, Isabel, a wedding party. Imagine getting married on the top of a mountain during an eclipse. During totality, we've been told their vows will be during that 3 minutes where the sun comes in front of the moon comes in front of the sun, rather. It's going to be beautiful up here.
It's going to be exciting for everyone, of course, not just that wedding party. The first tram is expected to come up here a little bit after 12:30. It's leaving the base at 12:30, so people can start to flow in starting then. But just as we were coming here at 9 a.m., the parking lot was already packed. The line to the tram was pretty much already full.
And we've been seeing a lot of skiers, snowboarders coming up here so far today. In fact, we caught up with a couple of them just about an hour ago on what their experience has been like so far. They started hiking, they said, before dawn to get up to the peak.
One of our friends are actually getting married up here today, so we're gonna go back at lunch and then get our wedding gear on and then come up with them.
This is it's a great place to be. I'm so glad that everybody got a chance to come up and get into the path of totality here, and welcome to Vermont, and hope everybody has a good, safe, fun experience.
Just take a look at those views again. They're so beautiful right now. We hope that this weather, this sun holds up throughout the day.
Yeah, of course, we're looking west right now. You might be able to see Mount Mansfield on the right of your screen. Unfortunately, Lake Champlain is not visible. It's below the mountains. But man, beautiful day. We also did not mention the wind. There isn't much. It's really perfect up here. We saw someone with shorts on earlier.
Yeah, shorts hiking up the mountain. Believe that. But yeah, it's not very windy right now. It was pretty windy when we got here, but it has died down, so it's really just making for some great conditions up here. But we'll be up here throughout totality, so we'll send it back to you, Lauren and Haley. Lauren, Haley, excitement is starting to really ramp up at the top of J Peak here. The first group of tram folks just came up, mostly a group of ski patrol and staff, but everyone is getting ready for the big event up here. We actually moved to the other side of the mountain, so we're looking down over a cliff. We have the ski mountain, we have the tram coming up on this side of the mountain, so very beautiful day out here. This is just amazing for this eclipse.
Yeah, and the skiers have started to take full advantage. The mountain is starting to become littered with skiers and snowboarders. We talked to a few earlier. They were saying the conditions look wonderful. Now, as the day has gotten a little warmer and later on, it's started to melt a little bit, so we'll see if those conditions kind of continue to be good or if they start to, stick up a little bit.
Hey, if it wasn't eclipse day, I would be fighting for a day off to be on the slopes. It is beautiful out right now. Those conditions very good, especially when we were just out at the top of the mountain sitting on the snow. It was awesome.
Yeah, the wind continuing to kind of be mellow. It's a beautiful day up here. We said we saw a guy in shorts earlier. We're going to be joined by a couple of Dartmouth students who are up here to enjoy the day. How you doing, guys?
Thanks for being here.
Yeah, thanks for being here. First of all, what are your names?
I'm Evan Gerson.
And I'm Oliver Wasson.
All right, and you guys are Dartmouth students. Just come up here for the day to enjoy the eclipse?
Yeah, so we're skipping a few classes. We did a few-hour drive up here, did the hike up, and it's a gorgeous day. There's some people from the U.S., Canada, and all over, and spirits are super high.
So you hiked up here. What time did you start hiking?
10:30.
Okay, so not bad. Not a super long hike, it seems like then.
No.
Super reasonable.
Yeah.
I mean, for the views also is incredible.
Yeah, beautiful blue sky today. What more could you ask for?
What are you most looking forward to about this eclipse day?
I don't know, see it get dark during the total eclipse.
I've heard that the shadows change, so I'd like to see that with the trees and kind of off the mountain.
Yeah.
I think that's going to be awesome up here.
Yeah, that's something I was thinking about. There aren't a ton of trees, aren't a ton of shadows up at the top, but I'm hoping to experience for myself the way the shadows look on the ground. I've seen some videos from the 2017 eclipse of how it looks, but we'll see if we can get any of that up here. Of course, top of the mountain, straight sun, so we'll see.
Most important question of the day, guys. Do your teachers know you're skipping class to be here?
50-50. They
No.
canceled. I like his answer better. They canceled some classes, not all of them. So, Professor Mayoprada, sorry about this. Hope you enjoy the eclipse.
Yeah. Well, hey, they're on TV, so you know they're
It's paying off.
It's paying off. Well, thank you guys so much for joining us. Enjoy the day. Awesome. Well, that's going to do it for us right now. Of course, we do have the lodge up here. There is food. There is drink. There's going to be live music.
Yeah, the fun has barely started.
Barely started. We are expecting just in a few minutes the tram is going to come up with the majority of people, or start to at least. And then, yeah, the party's going to get going here from the top of Jay Peak. Reporting live, though, for Isabel Schoeneman, I'm Taylor Viles. Back to you guys.
I mean, can the teacher really be upset about it?
I was going to say we'll get them a permission slip
Yeah.
signed, but I think that since they're on television right now, they probably got the excuse already from their professors.
Well, Lauren Haley, it is certainly getting very excited up here. More people are coming up. We'll step aside so you can see the crowd that is starting to file in. Of course, it's a steady flow of people coming up that tram, but definitely a much more crowded scene than we showed you earlier.
Yeah, but the excitement is palpable. We should say the wind is starting to pick up, especially where we're perched up right here. And if you can see out in the distance, there is a haze that's starting to kind of sit on the horizon, and there's some clouds over to our left. Hopefully those kind of stay away because we are a little over an hour away from totality here.
Yeah, fingers crossed that the weather stays just like this. This is picture perfect. So exciting to be at the top of this mountain.
All right, we will send it back to you guys in Colchester. Next time we see you, it'll be totality. Hey everyone, Taylor Viles and Isabel Schoeneman reporting live from the top of Jay Peak. We're less than 30 minutes away from totality in the 2024 eclipse, and the skies are still blue.
Yes, excitement is high, eclipse glasses are on, and smiles are everywhere. We'll have all the action from the top of Jay Peak in just a little bit.
It is getting exciting here from Jay Peak. A lot of hooting and hollering. We just heard we're almost there. It's starting to get darker out. That's what's really exciting here as well.
Yeah, of course, that darkness, the biggest thing that we're noticing up here at the top of Jay Peak, the shadows are getting a little longer, I think. That could just be me. I might just be noticing that.
100%. It's looking like it's about 4 to 5 o'clock in the afternoon. Actually, let's take a look at these shadows right over here. Very long on all of the people.
Yeah, the sun is definitely having a big effect up here on both the excitement and, of course, the physics that comes along with it. But everyone is just so excited. Everyone wearing their eclipse glasses, looking up at the sky. We have a lot of professional photographer equipment up here. A lot of people brought some heavy-duty camera gear to get their own photos.
Yeah, Isabel, and we're only about 14 minutes away from totality. And we're expecting it to be wonderful up here. Total darkness. I don't even know what to expect, really.
Well, total darkness. You just said it.
Total darkness. You're right.
Yeah.
Now, we caught up with a few people earlier on. Very much excitement coming from everybody. Let's take a look.
You don't get weather like this very often up here at this mountain, so for these conditions, phenomenal. Excited, super excited. A lot of good energy and vibe in the air.
But it's exceeded all my expectations. Like the views of all of the Canadian border and Lake Champlain were just amazing. So I'm really excited to see how it goes.
The vibes could not be any better. I mean, look at this dude.
Now, of course, these people not the only ones looking forward to this eclipse. We have our glasses on, and we're going to send it back to you in the studio as we take in what is very close to this full total eclipse.
Lauren, Haley, the anticipation is just really ramping up right now. Everyone is so excited. As we were saying earlier, lots of cheers, lots of hollering. Everyone is really getting excited for this eclipse.
Isabel, I can't get over the fact that we went from looking like high noon to looking like 5 or 6 p.m. in a span of about 10 minutes.
Yeah, maybe even less than that. But I just looked up just maybe a minute ago through my eclipse glasses. I'm trying not to glance up at the sun without the glasses
Very
on.
tempting.
It is tempting. It's like second nature. I just did it. But it was a very sliver of a sun when I looked at it just a couple of minutes ago. We are getting so excited up here.
Isabel, I know we were hearing the fans' excitement. What about yours? What are you looking forward to?
I mean, we've been gearing up for this for over a year now. We were saying earlier that a year ago today, we were doing stories that the eclipse was just 1 year out, and now we're finally here. It almost doesn't feel real.
Yeah, I got to admit, I was honestly one of the skeptics at first. I was like, how cool is this really going to be? And now, only, 8 minutes away from totality here, I can tell it's going to be incredible and something I'm probably never going to forget.
Yeah, of course. And there's just so many people up here. It's really amazing. Everyone is so excited.
Yeah, we're taking a look right now at the landscape. You can see the hills and mountains starting to go darker. We're just only about 7 minutes away right now from totality. It's a beautiful landscape with some of the snow that's still on the mountains.
Yeah, we still have such a great view. You can see so far out, but this mountain close to us right here, you can see it is just so much darker. The shadow is really hitting this one. It's just so beautiful to look at. I don't have those eclipse glasses on right now, so I can't really look up, but just this view is amazing.
Yeah, and the kids behind us, they're excited. We can hear everyone is just starting to get a little, extra excited about what we're about to see, and big smiles all around.
Yeah, definitely. I think everyone is really starting to look up now through the eclipse glasses as it starts to get darker up here.
Yeah, I think one of the best places might be all the way up on this hill way behind us. If you can see, people are up top enjoying, having some food and drink, and we're just moments away here.
Yeah, and another thing that's happening up here, Connor, you can pan up, there's going to be a wedding during totality. So that will be such an amazing experience right up this way.
Imagine doing your wedding vows to total darkness because of...
not total darkness, but almost there.
Near darkness. All right, we're going to send it back to you guys in Colchester. We will see you for totality. And just like that, it is daytime here at Jay Peak. You can see by the second we're getting brighter. Oh my gosh, What did we just witness?
I mean, that's why I put my sunglasses back on in preparation of the sun coming back out, but this was unreal. I don't know what kind of star or if it was a planet, but we saw, in addition to the moon over the sun, we saw a planet or a star. It looked so cool.
A couple of them, honestly.
And it really looked like a full sunset. I mean, just 360 views of... It looked like a sunset.
Yeah, if you could see the views over the Green Mountains, which I'm sure we showed you, they were just stunning. It looked like it was a sunset, as you said. The ring around the moon that the sun made, just incredible.
Yeah, I hope that was okay to look at without the eclipse glasses, because that's exactly what I did.
If not, we're going blind.
But
it was gorgeous.
The cheers, the smiles, I mean, it was so cool to see everyone just so happy in the dark. It was awesome.
Honestly, this is life, and it's like one of the greatest moments.
And it's so funny how quickly the sun came back out, because it was just a gradual darkness, but the sun came out a lot quicker than we went into it.
As you can see, it's still fairly dark. Like, it still feels about 4 or 5 p.m., but even as I said that, it's starting to lighten back up. As somebody who's never witnessed an eclipse, I'm still pretty speechless.
Yeah, speechless. That's the word to use. I mean, it was amazing. Now we have tons of people.
I was going to say,
leaving.
As you can see, the eclipse is over. People are beginning to trek back down the mountain or probably into the lodge for some food and drink. We're going to toss it back to you guys in Colchester. For Isabel Schoeneman, I'm Taylor Viles. Back to you, Lauren and Haley.
Yeah, you may have to move because it looks like a stampede there. People trying to get down those stairs. That is so funny. If you were with us in the noon hour, Isabel and Taylor at Jay Peak were talking about the very happy couple that during totality were planning on exchanging wedding vows.
What a time.
I mean, if this is how you start your marriage, it only goes up from there.
There they are. Oh, what a
Okay.
beautiful dress.
Taylor, Isabel, take it away. Let's talk to the happy couple.
Well, for some people, this day was about a solar eclipse, and it was for Bryn and Sean here too, but it was about much more than just that. Tell us about your wedding in paradise.
Oh my God, we started planning this back in July 2022, and once Jay gave us the go-ahead, it was full throttle. Everything is about the eclipse, the decorations. Jay, our rings are a topographical map of Jay's little mountain peak. His ring has this peak where we just got married, and it was so much more dramatic than I expected. We timed our ceremony and vows and the ring exchange with the totality, and the sun was pretty dramatic.
And what was it like to have, all these cheers, all these whoops in the background during your wedding?
It was incredible. We were skiing on the mountain yesterday for some wedding photos. Everyone at Jay is so nice, so enthusiastic, so happy to help us out and cheer us on. So it's been amazing.
This day, continue, yeah.
I was going to say, so we did run up to the summit right when we got here to do some photos, and there was obviously a huge crowd waiting to see the eclipse, and everyone up there was so excited and supportive to move out of our way and let us take some photos. And
we were not expecting that. It's been so wonderful.
Yeah, and I'm not sure if the camera can pick it up, but you have stars and moons on your dress as well.
Yes, I picked a very dramatic, non-traditional dress, but I think it reflects the moment really accurately.
Your wedding photos are going to look tremendous. Do you have any idea of what they're going to look like?
We actually already saw one from a photographer.
She is incredible, Kate Seymour. She's great. She skied backwards, taking videos and photos of us yesterday, and she did a wonderful job with his entire experience. So yeah, the photos look amazing.
How are you going to remember a day like this?
Oh God.
I don't think how I could forget.
We just sobbed through the ceremony, so I was having like an out-of-body experience, honestly.
Well, I'm sure it's a day, of course, you're never going to forget. Thanks so much for talking about your amazing wedding with us. We appreciate it. But that's all for now for us. We're live at Jay. Back to you.
Isabel and Taylor, they just talked to the newlyweds. Now they are sampling the crowd. Who you got right now, Isabel and Taylor?
Lauren, Haley, I'm joined by Audrey. She came all the way from New Jersey. Tell me about your experience with Totality.
It's been fantastic out here. We were able to see the shadow coming, the valley's getting dark, and it was just so exciting. And even though we knew what to look for, actually having it happen was really off the charts. Fantastic.
Amazing. And tell me a little bit about the planning that went into this trip. Of course, you came from a long drive.
Yes. My daughter-in-law had the idea around Thanksgiving, and she asked us, and we all said, oh yeah, we're in. So we drove up some Friday night, some Saturday, and I did a lot of cooking before we left because we thought there wouldn't be available restaurants, and we got a nice condo, and we're staying till Wednesday, and it's just been a lot of fun to all be together, all Maryland, New Jersey, all ages, grandparents, little kids, and we're just having a blast with it.
Awesome. And of course, the sun is back up. Totality has passed. Now that this is over, what are you feeling?
Oh, just joy. It really is. Just great. Great to be here, great to be together, fantastic view, fantastic place, great people, just amazing science as well, just terrific.
One of the first things I thought when it finished was, I'm never going to forget this. Did you kind of have a similar experience?
Absolutely. And we were struggling with take pictures, don't take pictures, pay attention. Yeah. And it was just amazing when it was ending, like a teeny little spark of sun was daylight again. Just like that. It was just really fantastic.
The sun is so powerful.
Yes, we were all saying that. Amazing power. You realize suddenly, even though we all know that, but.
Of course, great experience all around. Thank you so much for joining us on here. We'll send it back to you, Lauren. Haley.
Almost in the clouds, Lauren. We're actually at the base camp at Jay Peak, and it was a wonderful day here. Really, from the moment we got on the tram and went up to the summit, It was beautiful, not a cloud in the sky, and it stayed that way for most of the day.
And the turnout at that peak was absolutely amazing. We heard that there were about 400, give or take, tickets sold, but that was just people going up the tram. We were talking to people all day who were hiking up the mountain. Some of them started hiking at dawn, so there were a lot of people. But back down at this base lodge, there was also a huge party going on here. When we got back, we talked to a staff person who told us it was popping at this base lodge.
Yeah, they had music and food down here. They had music and food up at the house, up the sky house on the top. Now, about the eclipse, if you hadn't experienced a solar eclipse, man, it was something to enjoy. Just a majestic moment from the time it started, from the time the moon started to go over the sun until the end. It got pretty much dark, nighttime, as we heard earlier from somebody who was watching sunsets. Looked like it was late night. It was just gorgeous.
Yeah, from lights to dark and then quickly to light again. It was just an amazing experience overall. At that peak, we had nearly a 360 view, so it was just amazing up there. But hey, we got to catch up with some people after totality. This is what they had to say.
This is the last eclipse for so many people with 2 decades worth of life. This is one of those moments that you will likely never forget, and some people never really get to have.
Wow, fantastic, fantastic. Amazing that we could see sunrise and sunset and the darkness coming towards us and the totality. It was just, we prepared, but it was beyond.
Totally not prepared for how amazing it was going to be.
Yeah.
You think you know, but you don't.
Yeah.
It was fantastic.
And most everybody up there had skis, had snowboards with them, so everyone was pretty quick to get back on their equipment and go down the mountain that way.
Now, Isabel, coming up at 7, we'll be hearing from a couple who is up here celebrating a totally different life accomplishment. That's coming up in just an hour. For Isabel Schoeneman, I'm Taylor Viles, reporting live at J-Peak.
Well, one of the best places to view the eclipse was thousands of feet up, and a local couple had the same idea 2 years ago. But their celebration, I think, looked a lot different than yours. ABC 22's Taylor Viles and Isabel Schoeneman spent the day atop J-Peak, but now they join us live from the base lodge. Really, you two had a unique experience today.
Lauren, it was quite the day, and I was just noticing this is about the same level of light that it was at about 3:24 this afternoon. But
of course, maybe a little bit more light right now than it was.
maybe more light right now. But the sun is setting here from the J-Peak Base Lodge, and it is a beautiful night. We spent most of the day up, a beautiful day at the top of J-Peak, where there were lots of excitement and cheers and smiling.
And of course, we were at the top of J-Peak, so very cold up there. It started off windy, the wind died down, picked back up after the eclipse, got very cold. That was the one thing I was not expecting. It was very cold when totality hit. I should have put 2 and 2 together, but
But the between the cold and the wind, but it was still a beautiful day for the most part. And, we caught up with a couple.
Yeah, I mean, this was a once-in-a-lifetime opportunity for many people, but Taylor, as you just said, we met a couple that got married during the eclipse. They said their vows during totality. Such an amazing experience. We caught up with them after they said their vows. Here's what they had to say about the planning that went into this.
We started planning this back in July 2022, and once Jay gave us the go-ahead, it was full throttle. Everything is about the eclipse, the decorations. Jay, our rings are a topographical map of Jay's little mountain peak. His ring has this peak where we just got married, and it was so much more dramatic than I expected. We timed our ceremony and vows and the ring exchange with the totality.
I'm not sure if the camera can pick it up, but you have stars and moons on your dress as well.
Yes, I picked a very dramatic, non-traditional dress, but I think it reflects the moment really accurately.
How are you going to remember a day like this?
Oh, God.
I don't think how I could forget.
We just sobbed through the ceremony, so I was having like an out-of-body experience, honestly.
of course, an amazing experience for Sean and Bryn, but it was an amazing experience for everyone up there. This is going to be a lifelong memory for many people. That next eclipse that we're going to be seeing in America is, you know, in several decades.
44 or something like that.
Yeah.
But you know what, not just for them, we had an incredible time too. Jay Peak was a wonderful place to spend it. We should mention down at the base lodge, there is pretty much, I could probably count on one hand the amount of people I can see around us at the base lodge. People have cleared out, but you know, that means they had a great day.
Yeah, well, it was just amazing all around, but we'll send it back to you. Reporting live at Jay, I'm Isabel Schoeneman.
And I'm Taylor Viles. Back to you guys in the studio.
Now, a very different experience on top of the Green Mountains, and on top of it all, vows were exchanged at the summit. Fox 44's Isabel Schoeneman and Taylor Viles take us along for their day all the way up Jay Peak.
The excitement is palpable here from the top of Jay Peak. Several tramfuls of people have ascended the mountain so that everyone could experience this beautiful day and what hopefully is a beautiful solar eclipse here in 2024.
Yeah, Taylor, and speaking of all those people, everyone just seems so excited. This is truly a once-in-a-lifetime experience. People are smiling and laughing all around. If you look just this way, you can see how many people are here. We have people standing on the general ski mountainside.
Boy, it's coming. It's close.
Once at the top, people notice the views first.
So pretty. It's so pretty. And the views are amazing, and we're so excited for the eclipse. It's going to be so cool.
I knew the hike would be great and coming up here would be great, but it's exceeded all my expectations. Like the views of all of the Canadian border and Lake Champlain were just amazing. So I'm really excited to see how it goes.
The vibes could not be any better.
I think last time when I was really little, there was an eclipse. My mom was like, oh, next time we'll go up to Jay Peak. And this time she held her promise, so we get to go up here.
It's Bluebird Day, perfect totality, and we're at the top, so the view's gonna be amazing from here.
People were prepared in all sorts of ways. Some had eclipse glasses, but Elizabeth McGill brought something she made herself.
So I built it yesterday, and this blocks the sun, the aluminum foil, but there's 2 pinholes in it, and then the sun makes the shape inside, and I put a piece of white paper on the bottom of the box. When the light comes through, you can see the circle in there, and now you can see the little bite taken out of it by the moon.
When 3 o'clock rolled around, it felt a little more like sunset.
The biggest thing that we're noticing up here at the top of Jay Peak, the shadows are getting a little longer, I think. That could just be me. I might just be noticing that.
100%. It's looking like it's about 4 to 5 o'clock. And then the darkness came.
Totality just happened. We have the sun up here. Well, lack of the sun.
This is incredible. It is nighttime here at Jay Peak. Look at the sunset behind us over the Green Mountains. It's gorgeous.
This is just about, what, 3:24, 3:25. You can hear everyone cheering in the background. What are you feeling right now?
Cold. I'm freezing.
It's very cold.
But this is amazing.
Is this what you expected?
No.
Yes.
The eclipse may have only lasted 3 minutes, but it will leave a lasting impression.
And just like that, it is daytime here at Jay Peak. You can see by the second we're getting brighter. Oh my gosh,
Yeah.
What did we just witness?
I mean, that's why I put my sunglasses back on in preparation of the sun coming back out, but this was unreal.
This is one of those moments that you will likely never forget, and some people never really get to have.
And most people don't get to say their vows during totality.
His ring has this peak where we just got married, and it was so much more dramatic than I expected. We timed our ceremony and vows and the ring exchange with the totality, and the sun was pretty dramatic.
It didn't take long once the sun returned for most folks to hit the slopes back down.
A lifelong memory gone in a flash.
And just like that, the experience is over. We're headed back down the mountain to the base at Jay Peak.
But what an incredible day it was. From darkness to light, the totality of this eclipse was just majestic.
Yeah, it was amazing. Reporting from Jay, I'm Isabel Schoeneman.
And I'm Taylor Viles.